Alright, this is Big Boss, it's Foxhound Woodsball, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, and we're doing another entry to our Tactical Paintball 101 series, and this particular one's going to talk about protective equipment. Now, when we usually think protective equipment, the most basic and the mandatory form of protection is the paintball mask. Long gone are the days when shop goggles were considered standard. Today everything's high-end, everything's able to handle the velocities that are associated with paintball, but not that many players worry about the chest in some areas, or they're unsure about particular body armor types or how much protection they need. So I'm going down the list and going through my collection of equipment as far as chest protection and stuff like that goes that I've accumulated over the past couple years. Now, let's get started. Alright, now we're back, and I've got a few vests that are sprawled out around here, so I can go through them, show you what is viable for paintball as far as what options are out there. We've all seen padded shirts out there for a while. We've all seen one form of protection or another. This is some of the stuff out of my personal collection, so bear with me. This personal vest I got right here is made by 32 Degrees. Not sure if you can see the logo on here very well. This is what they call cool as ice. It's got a lot of holes for good ventilation. It's side adjustable. You can adjust it in the back as well. Now, putting this thing on, as you can see from the setup on here, this thing provides good protection up front. I would personally wear this thing under a shirt or a vest in the general sense, or if I'm doing something very low profile like a meet and greet game, or if I'm not expecting anything heavy. This is mainly a light vest. As you can see from the back, provides some protection here for the middle of your spine, but as you can see, the entire back is pretty much exposed. So, we used it a few times. This minimized it to a decent degree if you got hit in these little elevated portions right here on the vest. Other than that, this is too thin for our tactical needs. Again, another thin vest. This is also made by 32 Degrees. You can wear it either way. It's got holes in it for ventilation. The shoulder pads, well, the shoulder sections are not adjustable. You can slip this thing on. This vest design is more reminiscent to your BMX vests. So as you can see, you've got good adjustment. This thing has the two independently linked straps here, so you can take the whole strap off. This thing provides decent protection on your back, but your lower back all around, between the rim of this vest and your belt buckle and everything, entirely exposed. Same around here toward the sides. This is pretty much a speedballer's vest. This is what a speedball player would wear underneath the jersey. And for a tactical style paintball, it's decent at the best. But me personally, I find this vest very uncomfortable to use in the field. Moving on. With paintball the way it is, a lot of Woods players would be tempted to wear something like this. This vest is from Paintball. It's in the woodland camouflage pattern. It's pretty much like a blanket. It's a quilted style. As you can see from the inside of this vest, it's solid black. It feels exactly like a blanket that you'd have during the winter times and all that. I've pretty much abused this thing beyond belief. I've worn it underneath a multitude of tactical vests and combat rigs over the years. Putting it on, As you can see, fits on you kind of like a turtle shell, so if you're bending over, you get this part right in your neck. It doesn't provide the flexibility, but provides a fairly good amount of protection. But as you can see, the sides here are still exposed. This thing doesn't come in enough like actual body armor. So I'd probably wear this thing underneath gear rigs, stuff like that. Make sure you use any kind of devices like cummerbund or any type of back brace to keep this thing in place. But other than that, if you get hit wearing this vest, this will provide a good amount of protection. Now, with paintball the way it is, especially with the rise of mag-fed, mil-sim, our options are pretty much open as far as going for military surplus, airsoft, even though a lot of the older generation may consider airsoft gear to be kind of forbidden or something like that. Me personally, I started playing 9 years ago and I've looked over options because I want realism. That led me to get this. This is a airsoft version of the U.S. military interceptor vest. It's also got provisions to put airsoft knockoff of a military SAPI plate or a ballistic plate in the back and here in the front. However, this vest has got a foam rubber insert on the inside. I've been shot with this vest numerous times, and I barely felt a thing. I felt the impact, but no welts, no anything like that. At times, I couldn't even tell if I did get hit unless I looked down to do a paint check. Now, putting this vest on, this vest is entirely modular. You can remove the shoulder protection, the ballistic collar, the groin protection. I usually run without the groin protection because of the vest I wear over it. But this vest is fully adjustable for your waist. You can put Alice gear on it. It's got the little snaps for it. Now as you can see, because this is a modular vest, I've got some pod pouches on here. I've also got a military issue LC2 Alice pouch here with a 100 round pod in it on one of those Alice to Molly adapters that's right here. You can wear this vest as is with gear on the vest or with the tactical vest over it as a fighting load carrier. This thing provides ample protection for your throat, for your shoulders. The arm protection on here, also referred to as pauldrons. You could insert foam padding in here. This is entirely adjustable. You could add little molly pouches on here, unit patches and insignias. As you could see what I'm doing. As you can see, add unit patches, you can add certain little odds and ends as far as molly gear. As you can see, this is a full covered tactical vest. I've got ample protection all the way up to my armpit. Don't have much protection for the bottom edge of the vest to my belt, but that doesn't really matter. The full front portion, all the way down to my belt, is fully protected. This thing is pretty much heavy armor, though I could remove the collar, remove the shoulder pads, and I can go light, I could go medium, I can go heavy. That's why a lot of mil-sim players should take an interest in stuff like this. It provides an excellent amount of realism. You can find similar stuff on just about any paintball website like Hustle Paintball, Rap4. I will be posting links to those in the description to this video, and moving on from that, when we look at head protection, we usually think about the mandatory paintball masks, such as this one right here from extreme range. As you can see, it's leaves a lot of open areas, mainly toward the top of the head, the back, though it does provide a good side protective capacity for your ears, depending on your head size, stuff like that. We did a few games wearing these types of masks, and a friend of ours had a few sight issues as far as getting hit in the head from up top, getting hit in the back. So that pretty much pushed the concern for full head protection to the forefront for us. We moved on to this JT mask, which is full top protection, sides, back. I've used this thing over the years, and quite frankly, I probably need a brand new one. The little foam stuff on the inside where the lens is beginning to deteriorate terribly. But aside from that, this thing is like a pure helmet. You will not have to worry about this thing getting hit downward or anything. It's decent if you're running certain communication setups, as well as a few other matters, but other than that, this vest is fairly limited on this helmet's fairly limited on its adaptability, such as wearing a helmet with it or putting anything like that on there. You could put some camouflage paint on it. You could do anything like that. Other than that, I would say it's fairly decent, depending upon what you got to do on the field. Now, moving on, we decided to take our concept of head protection to a more modular style, hence this, the PAS-GT helmet, Personal Armor System Ground Troop. This was developed back in the late 70s, early 80s for the military. Based on the German helmets used during World War II, the design is quite similar, but it's pretty much upgraded and modernized. This kind of helmet, the way it is pretty much high speed, low drag. This particular one is an airsoft version made out of a PVC plastic material, so you can shoot this thing all day long. It will not crack. I've been shot in the head personally wearing this thing. Point blank. Didn't break. Held out very well. It's also easily adaptable with military issue helmet covers such as this one. So you can just throw these things on. Give me one moment to adjust it. And as soon as you get this helmet cover on, you're virtually set up to play in the woods, the jungle, or anything like that. We've also added on the helmet band with the infrared cat eyes. As you can see, this one was made in Korea. I'm assuming South Korea. Plus the foliage slits on here. You could easily put in vines, put in branches, break up your outline a little more. As you can see, looks like a genuine military issue. This provides excellent protection. I highly recommend it. And with that, this is pretty much everything I've got on protective equipment. You can check out a written version of this on Outer Heaven Paintball at outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. You can check us out on Facebook. And I will be posting links in the description to this video. This is Big Boss, and I'm out of here.